from the DadPad. I see a lot of streamers trash, get a glad bag. Anytime I'm loaded up, know they big mad. Can't you see we going live? I know you feel the vibe. Reporting to you live from the DadPad. I see a lot of streamers trash, get a glad bag. Anytime I'm loaded up, know they big mad. Can't you see we going live? I know you feel the vibe.
Hey guys, it's Greg with DadPad Gaming, coming at you with another review, this time for the slow clap developed title, Sifu. I've got to be upfront, Sifu is something special. However, it's not for everyone. This is a game that requires you to practice, and you will die a lot. I cannot stress how much lives you will lose in this game. Now, if I had to explain Sifu and put it into a genre, it is a beat 'em up. It is very much akin to your Streets of Rage or your Fighting Force, but style and aesthetic have been turned up to 10 here. And no matter how cool this game looks, mechanics are king here. Without them, you won't get far. As we get into mechanics, there's only a few things here. However, they all mix together perfectly to create a 100% pure gameplay experience, where your ability to adapt, learn, and overcome rules over everything. Of course, the basics are here. You have square map for basic attacks, triangle for strong attack. And there's a bunch of different ways you can use those buttons to create combos and even special attacks that are more akin to fighting games. There is a skill tree of some sort, and honestly, I've seen a lot of media outlets giving it issues because they feel that some attacks are useless. However, what I find is, as you play the game and you get more in depth to the combat and understand it even more, a lot of these attacks are very useful but very situational. For instance, our parry system. In traditional settings, you can only counterpunch your opponent at the last hit of their string if you successfully parry. But there are counterattacks that you can buy that will allow you to interrupt the combo string and start your own. And if you take the time to master these type of moves, you become an unstoppable force. We'll get more into parries in one moment, but for now, let's go ahead and start off with the structure system. In short, this is similar to Sekiro's posture system or a stagger meter. This is key because when you break the structure of enemies, you get to hit them with these really flashy takedowns. But on the other end, if your structure is broken, really bad things happen really fast. And trust me, in this game where you die a lot, it's not the best situation to be in. Because of the unique age mechanic in this game, every death counts. No, literally, there's a death counter. And the higher your death counter, the more years you gain every time you revive from a death. And if you manage to die at age 70 or beyond, it's game over. Back to the beginning of the level with whatever age you started it at. And being old comes with its own set of problems. The upside is you get a power boost and you do more damage. But on the other side, you can't receive as much damage and you die faster. And to double down on the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, they actually block you out from certain skill tree abilities once you age out. You learn very quickly that the name of the game is to stay alive, and the only way to do that is by mastering your defensive capabilities. Which doesn't sound bad considering there's only 3. There's your parry, which requires you to block right as attack impacts as usual. There's block, which can usually be used at any time by holding L1. The trick is, this directly impacts how much of your structure meter remains. There's also the ability to dodge, which works kind of like a dash, and the more important variant, the bob and weave ability, which allows you to dodge attacks while staying firm to your ground and also allows you to recover your structure meter in the process. And what gameplay is about is finding that delicate balance to understand which opponents are best dodged, weaved, and or parried, so that way you can get rid of them in the quickest way possible to preserve life. So what works in the world of Sifu? Honestly, there's a lot, and all of it has to do with style. It seems like from level to level, the location in which you battle at only gets better. From the gameplay captured, all you can see is a warehouse area and a club, but trust me, there are more areas and they're all cooler than what you're seeing here. The contextual takedown system is really awesome, whether you're taking someone down in the middle of a room, next to a table, or next to a wall. It's different, and those hits impact in such a way you're guaranteed to wince your first time playing. And boss battles can be extremely difficult, but man, when you finally beat those guys, you feel great for doing it. And when we want to talk about what doesn't work, the list is short, but it is there. Away from the difficult bosses, the number one enemy here is the camera. Considering most games of this genre are designed in a way that will not allow off-screen characters attack you, and Sifu does not conform to that, is a huge problem when you consider the camera issues. And while I will not call this game buggy, there were a few instances where I was stuck in walls that prevented me from beating bosses, and also one sequence where a character got stuck in a wall, which prevented me from continuing the level, which at that point I was required to restart the entire level. And also, while I do appreciate the fact that this game kinda takes a no hand-holding approach, I can't help but feel like it was unintentional. Sifu does not explain everything to you, which left me to figure out things like how to unlock abilities permanently on my own. All in all, Sifu is something special. While it is not for everyone, it is clear that this is a love letter to anyone who is a fan of classic revenge films of the Kung Fu variety. I definitely recommend this to anyone who is a Kung Fu fan, a Souls-like fan, or a fighting game fan. But for anyone else, maybe wait for this one to go on sale. Anyone looking can find Sifu starting at $39.99 on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC. Personally, this is one that I hope pops up in a lot of people's Game of the Year conversation, even though we're still in Q1. But with games like Horizon, Breath of the Wild 2 potentially coming, God of War 2 coming, who knows how this year will turn out. Only time will tell. I want to thank you guys so much for checking out my review of Sifu today. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. We definitely appreciate it. And to check out more reviews, click the description below to see my thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus. Thanks again for coming, guys, and have a wonderful day.